5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Ralph William Podcast. And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. Cafecito!
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Un cafecito.
Excuse me, I'm tripping on the coffee.
Hey, does anybody want a coffee? Who wants coffee? I just made a fresh pot of coffee. Does anybody want coffee? Who wants coffee? Anybody want coffee? Who wants coffee?
Having conversations about society, one cup at a time. Coffee with RW.
Un cafecito.
Pour yourself a cup and join us.
Es un cafecito.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Follow me on X at Ralph William. Follow my internet radio station on X at WESN Radio. Download our mobile app on your app store. Search for Epic Strategies Network and help support us by joining our Patreon. Go to patreon.com/WESN Radio and you'll get extra merchandise, extra content, and some... Man, I'm trying to find the word for like food stuff. Anyway, you can get pickles or honey. So there you go. Or CBD.
And you check us out on Facebook too, WESN.
Nice. On Facebook as well. Oh yeah, that's right. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, and working on the YouTube. So if you got your coffee mugs, your travel mugs, your sippy cups, your doggy bowls, if you got a beer hat, you want to drink it like that, then go ahead and do so. And join me in this sip of cafecito.
Oh my God, Ralph.
I know.
Jesus is picking up my order.
Who?
Jesus.
Oh, shit. Look at, thank you for the Hispanic community.
It says Jesus is in a Toyota Corolla. He's picking up my order.
Who said you don't believe in Jesus? See, God, come on. God brought you coffee.
3 times a time.
Yes. God brought you the coffee.
I think he deserves a good tip.
I think he'd be, I think Jesus does.
His tip and give him a good tip before fair use comes back in.
Right, exactly. All right. Now let me disconnect and go upstairs.
Wait, you're allowed upstairs?
Yeah, because I asked him to come up so I could take a shower. I don't believe the dog's gonna.
That's some good Podbean content right there. Ralph and Tracy in the shower.
I know, he just keeps biting at the rug and that, and I don't trust to leave him alone now.
It's biting at your rug, huh? Atta boy.
Is that what the kids are calling it nowadays?
Guess so. How come I don't hear you talking?
I don't know. You don't hear me? Hello?
Oh, now I do.
Yeah, we hear you.
Thank you.
So you're eating rug, Ralph, huh?
Oh.
Atta boy.
What?
Huh?
What?
Where?
You get me? Where?
Yeah, you know where.
It's good. I can have a bagel.
You said a hole like a bagel. What the hell?
I said I'm going to have a bagel. No, you just don't open the door yet.
A bagel. Oh, man. I thought about waking up and grabbing a piece of that big ass deep dish pizza cake shit we made yesterday. My wife gave that shit to my daughter last night. I didn't even know it.
The whole thing?
Well, we ate a little less than half of it. But
okay.
One piece and you're fucking, I was full. I started getting the itis, and that's a lot of pizza. It's like 3 pizzas in one. You put like a crust down and then your toppings. You put another crust down and toppings, and then another crust and cheese and
bro, that thing looked good, bro.
Pepperoni on top, bro. That shit was amazing, bro.
That shit is great. I need someone to veganize that for me.
Do they have vegan pepperoni?
I'm sure there is, yeah.
Well, you just need vegan cheese, vegan pepperonis, and
Yeah.
we just bought the pre-made rollout dough. Oh, and you need that fancy cake
Oh, nice.
pan.
Roll out dough. Okay.
Yeah, it comes like it's like Pillsbury Doughboy shit. You just roll it out and it's ready to go.
Roll out. Roll out.
And we just took that fancy cake pan thing and put it on the dough and cut the circles out.
Hmm.
And then you
Hey,
take the
Chris.
other dough and line the sides of that cake thing, and then you fill it.
Hmm.
That shit was good as fuck. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I believe it, man. It looked good.
And then all
I
the
will
excess dough,
definitely.
she just made some garlic knots.
Ooh, that's good too. How would you make garlic knots? Probably like drizzle some oil and
Garlic.
garlic on top of bread and bacon or something, right?
So yeah, so what we did is we just rolled it out and tied the knots. And then she melted butter with a bunch of garlic and some parsley and something else, Italian seasoning. Mixed it all
Right.
in and brushed it and then baked it.
Hmm. Now we're talking. What's up, Fox?
At the end of the day, though, bro, it would have been cheaper just to go buy a fucking deep dish pizza from the pizza joint.
Hmm.
Probably. But it's not as fun as making it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it went from we're making it together to get the fuck out of the way already. All right, well, you fucking make this shit.
Come
I'm
on,
like,
man.
no,
What's up?
don't do it like that. She's like, no, fuck that. Get out of the way. I got it.
Mhm.
That's
Sounds
right.
good to
What's
me.
up
I
there,
would sat my
Fox?
fat ass on the couch.
What's up, Rob? What's up, yo?
What's going on, man? Good morning. How's your morning going?
It's all right.
Yo,
No,
this
you're
thing,
gonna
this
miss
thing ain't
the
gonna work.
carp. No, you're gonna miss the right here, right here, right here. No, come on, come on, come on, come on. Out here, go poop outside. Sorry, the dog was about to poop, but he was completely away from the pad.
Yeah,
I
I'm
hope
gonna
that
have to
doesn't
call
mess
my
him up.
boss. This truck
What?
won't go over 65 miles an hour. This ain't gonna work for me.
Hmm.
It's governed at
Anybody want to
65.
read the chat?
Shit.
I
Hold
can read
on.
the chat.
I don't know what to say.
That's what I do, Mr. A, to make garlic knots. Well, it says garlic nut, but I think she meant knots.
Oh, I can't
I
listen.
take pizza dough, then I roll them into this like knot kind of thing. Then I drizzle them in garlic butter. And on the inside of it, before I roll it into the knot, I put that garlic poison in the center. Oh, like cheese? Oh, that sounds good.
Hmm.
Yeah, I figured that's what you meant, Crash.
Oh damn, he missed. Fuck. I gotta clean up shit. Go. So hold on.
Yeah. Way to fuck up some food talk there, Ralph. Thank you.
Already thought. Hey, do you fuck with avocado toast?
Everybody fucks with avocado toast.
I like
So,
avocado
like,
toast.
for one of the meals that we make at my waffle shop, it's called the goat in the headlight, right? So, we take a giant Belgian liege waffle, we hit that bitch with some goat cheese. You know what I'm saying? Make that shit smelt. Put avocado on that afterwards, right? So it's like avocado toast with the goat cheese and the avocado. Then we put 2 eggs sunny side up with some chiffon basil with like coriander, black pepper, paprika, olive oil. You know what I'm saying? That bitch, honestly, it's like avocado toast, but on a waffle.
Mmm.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't
I
know
personally
about
would rather have
Sounds
that.
head parts
good.
and shit, but yeah, it's really
I don't.
good.
I don't like goat cheese, but the rest of it sounds really good.
I mean, we got like Havarti, we got Swiss, we got all sorts of different types. I feel like the goat cheese is creamy as shit. That bitch be hella nice. Woo. The guy's pierogi pizza.
Pierogi pizza.
What the fuck you mean? Like you, you make pierogies? You know what I'm saying? And then you put them on your pizza? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, like what? I'm so intrigued.
I never, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. What's up, Dia? Maybe you could intrigue her. You know some shit. As soon as I type in the chat, I can explain it easier. Okay. I don't know. Can you call? Get back, motherfucker! I don't know you like that. Beep beep. No, I'm kidding.
Oh man, all right, my bad. I was cleaning up. Oh, who tried to call in?
It was Crash.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Crash. What about you? Doing good, man.
Hey guys. Morning.
Hey,
Hey,
what's up?
morning.
Good morning,
Morning,
Crash. How are you?
morning, Crash.
Morning, Crash.
Morning, Crash.
And Burn.
Morning, Crash.
So tell us more about this pierogi pizza.
Okay, so what you do is you take your regular pizza crust, and I don't make it too thick, so it's a little on the thin side.
Oh.
Okay, and then it's going to be like a white pizza base instead of red sauce.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so then you're going to take your crust and then you're going to brush it with like a garlic butter.
Brush the crust?
Correct. So instead of your red pizza sauce, you're going to put garlic butter on there.
I like where you're going with this.
Okay, and then you're going to take that boursin that I just mentioned, because that stuff is gold, and you're going to put a layer of that on it. And if you don't know what that is, I say it's like cheese and butter had a baby, and they made this garlic yumminess. All right, and then you take mashed potatoes, creamier the better. And you layer them on top, a thin layer. Well, about a half-inch thick, maybe. Like, it's got to be a nice layer. And then you put sauteed onions on top, but you want the onions to be almost al dente. You don't want them to be gooey, so they can finish in the oven. And
I feel like we're
use
such
red
fat asses
onion.
because that sounds so good.
Yeah, and then you take bacon, put that on top, and then you put your cheddar cheese on top. I use marble, actually. And then you bake it in the oven and you serve it with sour cream. And I'm telling you, my family, if they know I'm making it, won't leave until it's all gone.
I would tear that up.
It is so good. It is so, so good.
The little
A local
Polish
restaurant
love
where I used to
pierogi.
live used to make it. And they stopped making it when the new owners took over. And it was like their biggest selling pizza. And the new guy's like, no, it's too much work. Nobody buys it. Da, da, da. I wrote into the Ellen show and told her about it. And she actually called the restaurant. I missed the show. I saw it after it was already aired. But she called it and said, like, I can't believe you took this off. I had petitions going out and it came back on the menu. And then my son started working there and he got the recipe and then I perfected it a little bit better.
Wait. You said the Ellen show?
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, I was really pissed that they took it off the menu.
Wait, so you called into the Ellen show or you
I wrote into them.
And then they decided to go and follow up because of that?
Yeah, well, you know Ellen, she'll complain about anything. So this is going back to like 2003
but I was just like, damn, they actually followed up what you said.
2004. It was hilarious.
Right.
So they put it back on the menu. It's still on the menu, but it is the best pizza. Now, other places do make it around here, but they use like, you know, the potatoes in the box you get, those instant scallop potatoes, cheesy au gratin potatoes. Other restaurants use that potato that's a dry, like chip potato, and then they soak them and do it that way. No, you got to have authentic mashed potatoes.
That makes it the best.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where it gets that texture.
It's an inside-out pierogi on a pizza. It's
I
so
love
good.
it.
I will make you one, Blunt.
Yay!
Thing.
Come on over, and I'll make you some.
All right, I'll be right over.
And I'll make you my
Start making
homemade
it.
Caesar salad dressing. We make a teaser Caesar here. I don't make the creamy dressing. I make the oily one. And my Caesar salad is made normal, but I put chopped boiled egg in mine
Oh, okay. I can
with the
deal with
oil
that.
dressing.
Well,
It's so good. And lots of parm.
Ask Jesus if he'll take you over there. You might need your ride.
I love to cook. Love, love, love it.
Me too.
It is my
I like to cook.
like if my PTSD is bad or my anxiety and that, I love to cook and bake. Like I make Cake Boss kind of cakes, and I taught myself to make
that's
them
talent.
from YouTube because I didn't want my kids to have store-bought cakes when they were little.
Aw,
Damn.
you're a good mom.
No, I was just really bored and cheap.
That's
I was
it.
like when I didn't go to college until my kids were in kindergarten and grade 1. I
Damn.
waited because I got married at 17, so I just graduated high school and had kids and did my thing.
I mean, it'd be like that. That's prime baby making time.
It's it. I had my first kid at 18, then 19, then I have Irish twins. My kids are my son and daughter. My daughter was only 3 months old, going on 4 months, and I was already 4 weeks pregnant with my son.
You were busy.
Yes,
Lord,
I wasn't.
Let that
Yeah,
motherfucker breathe.
yeah. It was a cold winter.
I'll be right back in about 10 minutes.
Do you guys like meatloaf? Because I have a good meatloaf recipe.
Well, I'm a vegetarian.
Well, you can do it. Okay,
But-
so my daughter's a vegetarian, and how we do it with hers is I make it with oats.
Oh, okay.
So if you're doing it with meat, I do the ground beef or whatever. You make your meatloaf mixture, and then you take parchment paper and you roll it out to a nice thickness, and then you spread marinara sauce in the middle and spinach, and I get the frozen spinach and I throw it all in there once it's thawed and drained and patted dry. And then so you cover it in marinara sauce, and then sliced provolone cheese, and then spinach, and then you fold it twice and then fit it into the loaf pan and cook it. And when you slice it, it's so good.
I'm having a foodgasm. Sounds good.
Yes. But we do it with oats, and my daughter, it was oats, sweet potatoes, and something else we threw in and made the mixture out of that.
I like regular meatloaf.
What's that?
I like regular meatloaf.
I like regular meatloaf too, but my dad wanted me to do something. He actually said fancy like Applebee's, which made me giggle because he had his sister coming down, and my mom, I always thought my mom was an amazing cook until I grew up and learned to cook, and then I was like, no, it was good, but it wasn't what I remember as a kid. So then when I learned to cook, my dad would have me cook for the family all the time. It was funny. But when I first got married, I couldn't even boil water without boiling it.
So you taught yourself how to cook?
No, actually, my ex-husband, my kid's dad, taught me. I mean, he taught me how to cook. He taught me how to drive stick. He taught me how to go hunting. Like, he taught me how to give myself stitches when we went camping. He was a very, very good guy to have. Like, if the end of the world was coming, I'd still want to be on his team.
Yeah, right?
I don't have to talk to him to be on his team. Is Ralph eating carpet?
No. I was eating a bagel.
Carpet munching.
I was eating a bagel, but I had to clean up dog poop.
Oh,
Good morning, Ralph.
Hey, Crash, how are you? How you feeling?
I'm good.
How's the body today?
Body is very fatigued today. I feel like I ran a marathon.
Yeah.
Well, I did a show last night on my own. I just recorded it.
Oh, nice.
And I didn't realize how draining that would be, but it was really good. I think it turned out well. From what I hear, it did. But I talked about the town I grew up
Is that what
in.
you
And
publish on Twitter?
it's on Twitter and Podbean, correct? Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out. Where the fuck did the dog go? Hold on. Oh, you brought him in?
Good morning, fairies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. All right, the dog is away from me. He's with the mama bear. What's up, Fair?
He must be a cat person.
So, what was your podcast title? What was it about?
It is about growing up in the town I grew up in and just how small it was and where it's at now. And my there was this bar in town and it was called the Grimsby House, where it was called the Grimsby Tavern, but it was nicknamed the Grimsby House. And you had to be 19 to get into this place. So in the late 60s and 70s, it was a female entertainment place. So men had a separate door than women. The women had to go in through the alley. They couldn't go through the main door. And then
That's
in
classy.
the late 70s, 80s, it turned into just a regular bar, but you still couldn't go in unless you were 19. So every kid that was waiting, counting down the days to get in at 19, it was like going to Willy Wonka's candy factory. You wanted to see what was on the other side of that door because there was no windows. It was a giant black building. You couldn't see
The underside?
inside.
The
What's that?
underside? The underside they were trying to see?
Yeah, like you couldn't see crap. So I was so upset because I thought it's like 2 weeks to the day to my birthday. And I'm pumped. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm planning with all my friends. This is what we're going to do. And we're going to school. And I was in grade 12. And I'm like, what the actual fuck? They were these guys outside and they're taking the building apart and putting in windows. And I see the name change from the Grimsby Tavern, Grimsby House, to Teddy's Family Restaurant. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I'm at the point where I'm going to be 19 and you guys are like taking this away from me. Because Wednesdays and Saturdays was like the dance party night. Everyone was there. And yeah, no, it all got blown into the water 2 weeks before I turned 19.
Damn. Did you ever get to go and see what it looked like?
No, I only got to go in after the fact.
Damn.
Yeah, I only see photos. I was pissed.
Damn, that's.
I was pissed. And it was funny because there was only 21,000 people when I was a kid in our town. Now there's over 200 and something thousand. So I couldn't go in with fake ID because the owners lived around the corner from our house and the bouncers at the doors, they were my friend's older brothers. There was no chance getting in.
Oh, that sucks.
And I had my favorite drink when I drank there, and it was a melon ball, but other places didn't make it right. And the bartender that used to make it, he was the only one that could make it right. And so I gave away the recipe last night because nobody knew it. So I'm like,
I was about to ask you what made it so special.
Okay, so what you got to do is, if you like Sour Patch Kids, it tastes like a Sour Patch Kid when he was done making it. So you take a pint glass, make sure it's cold, fill it up like almost half with ice, throw in your melon liqueur, however much you want, throw in about just under half a cup of OJ, and then fill the rest with bar lime mix. And it is so good. It is neon green.
Whoa.
And your pee will be neon green for a couple days after drinking it. But it tastes like Sour Patch Kids, and it was so good. They were $4. You
got to make sure you have no drug pee test coming up, and you have no physicals coming up prior to engaging in this drinking of the melon.
And I've been sober for 16 years, so I don't drink them anymore. But I do drink the mocktail version, which is just as good. So
What's that? Just a melon with a spoon? You just
It's
eat a
just
melon?
the orange juice and the lime. Yeah, just the melon. Can I have melon liqueur? That's on that. Yeah, that's on my diet, right? For the 16 years over, I can go with that, right? Woohoo!
Yeah, sure. I mean, you got to celebrate at some point. No, I don't want to be the one to put you on the wagon, so I'm not going to say that.
I don't even have a desire to anymore. It
That's
wasn't even
great.
that I had
That's
an
great.
issue with drinking. It was just that the people I was associating with and the Friday night happy hours, or that it became a routine going. Like, I worked at the casino. I was the head of
Oh,
security.
yeah.
So I'd get off work. I'd go right to the bar with my friends, and I'd stay there drinking from like 4 o'clock till like 8, get
Oof.
home, deal with the kids, put them to bed. And it was a routine. I did it every day.
Yeah.
And it got to the
Yeah.
point where I was there more than home sometimes, and I didn't like it. So it was my 40th birthday when I stopped. Because my
Good for
dad
you.
threw me a happy birthday party for my 40th birthday, and he's sitting beside me in the bar, and I had had a few drinks. All of us were drinking. And I look at my dad, and he's like gray looking, and I'm like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "No, I'll just pay the bill and go home. We're okay." I'm like, "You look like you're ready to die. What is going on?" And he had been suffering with chest pains for like an hour through dinner, but he didn't want to ruin my birthday party. So he
Oh,
was
damn.
hanging it out. So, yeah.
Damn. But I mean, see, but then trying to not ruin it unfortunately, could have resulted in ruining it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
It was angina in the long run, but still, yeah, I get where you're coming. So I never drank after that because I was too freaked out. And
oof.
I was like, you know what? We're just going to stay sober.
You
And I
know
didn't
what?
drink at home. Like, there was never alcohol in my house. It was
Well, that's
always me
good.
going somewhere to do it.
I think it definitely helps when a person goes through some kind of experience or some kind of event. Like if they're someone who likes to drink, if they're an alcoholic, right,
Mm-hmm.
or even a drug addict, I feel like the only way you're gonna help yourself is when you come to some of these moments, these
Mm-hmm.
realization moments when you're like, oh, damn. Because
Yeah.
if you're not ready to do it yourself, no matter how many people are willing to help you, no matter how hard they try, it's
Mm-hmm.
not going to work. You got to want to do it yourself. Otherwise, you're just going to always feel like you're being forced, you know?
Exactly. And it was, I was a bartender and a manager on weekends when I wasn't working at the casino. So everyone's like, isn't it hard for you? I'm like, no, it's kind of easier because I'm so busy here that I'm not worried about it. And I got really good at the mocktails. So I was encouraging other people to drink mocktails if they were driving so that I didn't, if they came in with a group of friends, like, which one of you's driving home? Okay, well, let's get you some mocktails. So we came up with some fancy drinks, and I just kept it going. But my son ended up having a drinking problem and other issues when he was like 21 or 22. And my ex husband was a very bad alcoholic. So I never drank the whole time I was married to him, or even waiting to get into that bar. Like, I would go and have a couple. That was it. It wasn't until I went through the divorce and the traumatic ending of our relationship and the crap that led up to us breaking up that kind of tipped it over the edge. And I just felt like hanging out at the bar was more fun than dealing with life.
It happens. It bees like that sometimes.
I was
Exactly.
going to ask you, did I ever ask you what his sign was?
He is a Sagittarius. We're 15 days apart. He on the 15th of November. He's the 30th of November.
Oh, okay.
We were together from the time I was 14
Fuck all
and he
y'all.
was 19.
Suck a dick. Sorry, Ralph.
Jeez.
No, I'm not. I'm unfiltered. I'm on my car.
It's all good.
He must have. Did you drive by a protest or something, or what happened?
No.
Oh, okay.
No
Okay.
orange
No worries.
men in the crowd. No. It
Oh.
was. I'm at an intersection, Ralph, and I'm trying to make a turn onto a street, and there's cars and cars and cars and cars, and nobody wants to let you go, and cars and cars and cars, and so I just took it, man. I just took it. I said, "Nah, I'm taking it. It's mine now." And
It's
so of
mine.
course you're like, "No, beep, stop! No,
Yeah,
don't do that."
that's what I
Fuck
do.
outta
People won't let me
here.
out. I just keep edging out
just
to
going.
the intersection until I'm there. So you're either gonna hit me or you're gonna let me go.
No, that's
Yeah.
it. We got a truck. We got V8 power in here. I
Mhm.
don't care what you're driving. I'll run you over.
There you go.
I'll run you over and take names later.
Exactly. So that
Sorry
crash.
for the
Were you taking
vulgar
any?
comments.
No problem. Were you taking any medication while you were drinking? Were you under medication at all?
The only time I was on medication is when I went through really, really bad postpartum depression after I had my daughter. Actually, then they didn't even know what it was. They came up with 1,000 different titles before they came out with that title. But no, I wasn't on anything.
Okay.
No,
Cool.
I wasn't really into the drug scene or anything like that.
Right, but I mean, are you taking anything now for your MS or anything like
God, that? I take like 18 pills a day.
Okay.
Yep, that includes narcotic pain meds, but I don't take 18 of those a day.
Right,
or I
no,
wouldn't
that
be
would
able
be
to have a
lights out.
conversation.
Yeah. So what the pain? Which one is it for pain? Do you know?
I take Percocet and Oxy Neo. So I take 240 milligrams of Oxy Neo. So I take one between 4 and 5 in the morning, and I take another one between 10 and 11 at night. And I'll take 3 Percocet a day if I need the Percocet. The Percocet aren't every day. It's on a needed basis. Like I took 2 this morning when I got up because my body was hurting. But yesterday I didn't take any of them, and the day before that. But I have a controversy because I know people here in Ontario, and I know it's the same in the States. The doctors are either really easy with the meds or they're really hard with the meds, and people that need it sometimes can't get it. Now, I've been on them for many, many years, and the amount I get per month, people are like, how do you get that? I'm like, I don't know. I've been getting it for so long. I don't question it. I don't use that much a month, but that's what I'm entitled to. And they're like, that doesn't make any sense because I can't even get my doctor to give me 30 in a month.
Yeah, you would. Well, yeah.
I get 300 a month.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, and I don't take them all.
That's what's crazy. Like, I don't know how the health system works here.
It doesn't make any sense. And yet my best friend's wife was dying stage 4 cancer, and they wouldn't give her meds like that. Like they were very stingy with it. So I said, I will help her. Like I know she's on it. Is it an
income thing?
No, it's just the doctor doesn't. Ontario is hurting for doctors right now. When Trudeau first came into office, he didn't offer enough incentives for med students to stay here. So they were coming here or already here and getting their degrees and going somewhere else with them. They were going to the States mainly. So now our large population of doctors are retiring, the ones that we had as kids, and the ones that we're getting are coming from overseas. And they're coming from India or wherever, and they don't believe in that kind of med. They don't believe in narcotics. So they go another route, which doesn't help people.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
And you have to sign a contract in Ontario if you're going to get them. Like I had to sign a contract. So say I was in a massive car accident or got hurt and I ended up at a hospital, not in my area. I have to tell them I'm on it. And if I got another script, I'd be cut off. Like if they gave me one at the hospital when I was leaving, even if I didn't fill it, I would be cut off. And I have to give, we have to go to the doctors and give like urine test every 6 months.
Stay away from the melons.
So they can make sure the medicine's in your system, huh?
Correct.
They'll give you the wrong medicine. They'll give you cancer pills if your urine shows
I
up
have
green.
my steroids. I have I take, they're called well, I don't know what everyone else calls them, but I call them my sessions. So I have sessions once a month, and
Nice.
it's by IV, and I go in, it's put into my system, and off I go. I usually get it. Well, it was once a month. Now it's once every 3 months. But I take steroid injections every day.
Nice.
I do too. Wow.
Beefcake.
I believe you, Lou. I totally believe you.
Beefcake.
Yeah, it's not the same kind of steroids because that's the first thing I ask. Can I be like The Rock or Nikki Bella? And they say no.
Or China.
China.
Yeah, no, I won't get that effect apparently.
Estamos cocinando.
Ah.
Tacos de camarón.
That's funny.
Yo, I think I saw Steels, yo. I don't think he's in here, but I think I saw him on the road.
No, I just asked him, and he said he's home.
Whack.
It's a
Oh, his
false sighting.
doppelganger.
I saw his
It's a
doppelganger.
sighting.
It looked like him, yo.
Is it
I was
possible?
like, yo,
almost cried.
Fair Youth thinks he saw you. Are you out and about? Or are you home? He's like, nah, I'm home.
Damn.
That pendejo, man. I
It's a
sent
good
him
thing.
the show and he doesn't even show up.
It's
But he
a
answers
good
you.
thing.
On, and he said okay.
Okay.
It's a good thing I didn't. It's a good thing I didn't like beep at the car like yo,
Or
Steels,
yell at him
yo,
obscenities.
right? Like yo, the fuck, man,
Flip
right?
him
Yeah.
off.
Like, yo, fix your fucking planes. Oh, man.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I'll be back.
This is
Yeah.
why I love you guys. You are my form of entertainment.
And it's early for you, right? Like, what's
It's 10 in the morning.
Oh, okay.
I've been up since 4. I usually get up
Nice.
between 4 and 5 every morning.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah,
Feel
it's
that.
because of work. Like, when I did work, I was always up between 3 and
You just
4.
got used to it, right?
Yeah, I still work, but I do everything from home. Like I do
Remote.
most of private investigation stuff I do now is I contract myself out for temp agencies and I do background checks for people so
Nice.
that they can get their employment, or I work for workmen's compensation and find the idiots that think that they can hide and not work.
Right. So did you need like special like high end like internet or computers or technology
Yeah, I
to
have,
do that, or
I have
anybody can
separate
just do it?
computers for all of that.
Oh,
I
okay.
have for that or for work. I don't use, and we have our, you know how they have like CPIC for cops. We have our own system like that, and it's for private investigators. So
Investigations? Oh, that's cool.
yeah, I can look up pretty much anything and anyone.
That's what's up. Yeah.
So
That's
right
cool, man.
now, I'm coming up with a concept with one of my friend's dad. He's a retired cop, and I'm trying to come up with. Well, we want to make it into an app. That's what I'm hoping, and it'll go through me. But so you're going on a dating website, and you want to date this person, and okay, so you are dating this person. Let's say things are going good. You just want to make sure he's not a serial killer and he doesn't have his mom buried in his basement. So I will do a background check just to do the criminal stuff, nothing financial, but just to make sure that there's no red flags and you don't need to be worried, you know, moving forward to the next step.
That's awesome. Yeah, that would be
That's
good.
what I'm hoping to do.
So do you have access to other things more than just public records, or like?
I have access to everything.
But I mean, like public records, right? Like public record. Basically, people would have to pay for that regardless.
Yeah, I
They
can
wouldn't
do
know what
public.
to look
I
for
can
half the time.
look up anything about anyone
Right.
or anything.
Because it's difficult to navigate if you don't know how to do it, right?
Right.
Because you got to go by state, by city, by name, by alias. There's all kinds of different.
Yeah, the
variations,
database
I
we
guess.
have is pretty straightforward. So if you're going to do the USA, you put in, like you said, the state. Say we were looking up Joe Schmo. So I would put in Joe Schmo, and then the last town in the state he was in. And if they have a photo, that's great. And if not, the last 3 numbers of his security number, like his social. And if you have that and or a birth date, we're good to go.
Okay.
I can find out what kind of car they have, how many bank accounts they have, if they have a gun license, if they've ever been arrested, if they've ever got any DUIs or drug charges, if they're behind on child support. I get a lot of child support cases here in Ontario, people looking.
A lot of red flags.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't own any guns.
I don't own any guns, but this closet here, that was there when I moved in. Why are those people in your basement? Well, yeah, they were here when I moved in. They're now tenants.
You know, I would have wished for that too. I mean, that knowledge back when I was in the dating game, right? But I don't think it would have saved me because these girls didn't have, as far as I know, criminal records, but they were crazy, all right. And, they almost gave themselves a criminal record.
Are you sure you didn't make them crazy?
Well,
That's what I was just gonna say.
Well-
Men say they're crazy, but you know what? It's an equal street. Like, I know one of my best friends, and he's been on a dating site for a while, and he said that 70% of the women are hookers or whatever, trying to hook up.
Yeah. See, there was no dating site. The dating site I was on was MySpace.
Oh my goodness, that's a long time ago.
So I met girls on there.
I met people on ICQ. I met a guy in Texas.
Wow. And kids these days will never know.
No, exactly.
But yeah,
I see what?
I met a girl and she, after one date, thought we were boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Right now, I go, and then she kept texting, and I said, you know, you're kind of acting a little crazy. That was all it took, and the rest is history.
ICQ is old school right there. I have the tone that it made as my text tone. Stop. Go. Mama, go lay down.
Old times.
Yep. It came with the free AOL disc.
600 hours.
Yeah.
Man.
AOL chat rooms, the Yahoo chat rooms.
Okay, ASL.
Sorry. So, do you drink coffee there, Crash?
No, Pepsi and milk is my drink of choice.
Wait. Pepsi and milk or Pepsi in milk?
Pepsi and milk together in one cup.
What?
What? That's interesting.
The Midwest or something? Or what?
Oh, it doesn't sound good.
Any kind
I've
of
been drinking
Pepsi?
it
Regular
since the
Pepsi?
70s. Laverne and Shirley did it, so why can't I? Well, Laverne did, but why can't I? You do. I do just under 3/4 cup Pepsi, the rest milk. No ice. Ow! Quit biting my hair.
I have heard this. I also have heard of them people using like in their Pepsi.
Yeah, but that's like the Lindsay Lohans of the world. The original was Laverne and Pepsi and milk. There is no cream and making it fancy like Applebee's. All it is milk and Pepsi. It
What
tastes
made you
like a
pick-
root beer float.
What made you pick Pepsi over Coke?
I don't know. I don't like Coke.
Yeah.
But
I don't know why.
at
You think it's the
Walmart,
color scheme?
we
You
did
think
the
it's the
Pepsi
colors?
challenge. Mental note, they give you flat pop to drink. Because if they had not, it would have been a slam dunk. And I picked Coke over Pepsi because I thought the Coke was Pepsi.
Wow.
But they give you flat pop to taste when you do the Pepsi challenge. There's no bubbles, no fizz.
No kidding.
It's flat pop, so they both taste like syrup.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's not right. They cheat. Those bitches, they cheat.
For me, I think it's the color. I don't know why. Like, I gravitate more towards Pepsi because...
Is that racist?
It's because I'm a soda racist.
It's all
No, but
color.
I mean, it's both soda, right? It's both, but for some reason, I've always gravitated more towards the Pepsi. You know?
I think mine is Pepsi because my best friend's mom, she was like, oh my goodness, we could have a reality show about her alone. She was just wackadoo crazy. Like, this woman was I thought she was a vampire my whole life or a witch because she never was out of her room until after dark. You'd hear her from the bedroom screaming through the window outside, but you would never see her. But she always had a 2-liter bottle of Pepsi in the fridge, and nobody was allowed to drink it. And I just wanted to drink it all the time. So I would try to sneak it. And that woman knew when we were in the fridge and what we were doing. It was horrible. And she was just wackadoo crazy. But yeah, I think it was because of her I got onto the Pepsi thing. So I was never a big pop kid, but it was later that I started drinking it.
Ooh, Sprite lemonade, nice. Yeah, I wanted to do a search, but I wanted to find out, but my Chica isn't working right now. Wanted to see if there was like a psychological profile between people that pick Pepsi or Coke.
Well, that'd be kind of interesting to figure out. I should look that up. Yeah. They just came out with a new Coke. I don't know if it's new in the States already, but here it's Oreo cookie, Coca-Cola.
Oh man, and I was gonna go for the orange one. Does it? Oh shit!
It tastes like ass.
They had Oreo Dr. Pepper, right? Here?
And they have Pop Rock Coca-Cola here.
Damn. Okay, I wouldn't try the Pop Rock. The Oreo I would try. I'm gonna try and see if I can pick up the orange
they have
cream
Oreo
Coke.
Coca-Cola cookies now too here. So look at Walmart in Nova Scotia if they have one. I don't know.
Yeah.
But look there, they have it. They look like a Coca-Cola box, and it's Oreo cookies.
Oh.
Oreo must be hurting Ralph if they're like doing all that. I mean, it's an old.
Yeah, it's not. You know.
There you go. See. Have you guys heard of the potato chip Miss Vicky's?
Hell yeah.
Do you know that that's my family's potato chip? My grandpa and my aunt Vicky came up with that brand from New Lowell, Ontario, Canada.
Yeah, I think you mentioned this before in the chat.
That is that is my jam.
Yeah, I love me some Miss Vicky's.
We started making them in 1984. My grandpa had a fire at his farm, and his potato farm was large, and he used to sell his potatoes to this French fry company. I forgot what it was called. It was not McCain. But anyway, when they got back up and running and they rebuilt the barn, my aunt said, let's try making potato chips. Now she was going to do it just for the local area. They put these big vats in, and they were originally made with peanut oil. And the big bags you buy in the store now were 75 cents a bag when we made them.
Cool.
To make it?
Yeah, they weren't very expensive to make at all. But then when my grandpa died, Bill and Vicky Kerr, who were my aunt and uncle, my mom's sister, Vicky, she decided to sell the company, and then the money got divided between everyone, and they moved to Texas, and she sold it to Lay's for like millions. And that's when they came up with the new flavors, because the original was sea salt and malt vinegar and salt or whatever. That was all we had. There was no other flavors. All the new flavors now are because of Lay's. But the back of the bag, that farm, is my grandpa's farm. And if you're in Barrie, Ontario, and you drive north about 30 minutes, you'll drive right by it on Highway 10.
That's cool. Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And I don't like the chips anymore since Lay's bought them because they changed the recipe somehow. They're not as good. It was always made with sea salt, but I don't know what it is now. I don't like them.
I was wondering, like, if someone buys like your recipe or whatever, and they change it, like, does that mean they still own like the original recipe? Like, you can't just take it back. Like,
I don't.
You guys aren't using it, so like, why?
I don't know any of that. I know that I don't even think that they use the peanut oil anymore. They wouldn't be able to.
And the cost of it probably went up too. Who knows? They're probably using something cheaper.
They did, but we had these. I talk about that on the podcast last night too. We had these tractors to drive that were manual, so you had to sit on this thing and put your feet in these like stirrup things, like you're at the gynecologist, and that's what you drove it with, was your feet in the direction you wanted to go, and you were pedaling it to get it, and then you were bent right over, picking the potatoes out of the ground and throwing them in buckets behind your head.
Nice.
We had like an 18 grandkid. So.
Let's do a review.
Welcome to the Crash and Burn podcast, where the queen of podcasting, Crash, is here to guide you through the delightful wreckage of life. Join Crash and her posse of chaos every Thursday at 3 p.m.
I wrote the script for that,
because who doesn't
and my buddy
love
recorded
train
it.
wreck, am I right? We're here to serve you a smorgasbord of hilarity, questionable advice, and stories so outrageous you'll wonder if we've been living in a sitcom. Expect the unexpected, like your favorite reality show, minus the filter, and with a lot more sarcasm. So, grab your snacks, put on your crash helmets, and prepare for a wild ride through the absurdity of life. Because if we're going to crash and burn, we might as well do it with style and a side of laughter.
I'm going to take you with us.
Chaotic part started.
Nice.
Hey guys, it's Crash here. And guess what? Let's have a little giggle fest tonight, okay? It's just me and you and, well, the chaos I call life. You see, it's me, Crash. I'm here. There's no one else. I'm recording this from my comfy bed because, well, I miss you guys and I just wanted to share some stuff with you.
Oh.
So, raining in from the land of maple syrup and poutine and snowdrifts bigger than my pet moose Marty's antlers, it's me, Crash, coming to you from Grimsby, Ontario, Canada. And I'm here to make you laugh, spill your apple juice all over your fuzzy socks, and have some fun. It's Tuesday, February 25th. It is 6:43 p.m., and let's get going.
All right, I don't want to give away the rest of it, but that's a little taste of it. That's good. Oh, yeah. Nice.
You should go into it like...
You got a timestamp?
Yeah, I want to say it was the last 11 minutes is when I talk about Teddy's, the bar, and my disappointment. Like I was crushed. Stop it.
I don't know if this is 11 minutes.
Mama, quiet.
11 minutes what?
Crushed and heartbroken. It was a rite of passage, and I had made it there because you couldn't.
That's
back up a
before
little
that?
bit. That is the middle of the story, the beginning of the story.
Oh, that's the... This is 14 minutes.
Yeah. And a lot of the menu items that Jenny created are back still on the same menu today.
Back more?
Yeah, a little bit, like 3 minutes. With Burton Cummings on the platform X/Twitter, and he had sent me some photos of him and my uncle together when my uncle actually opened for him. So that was kind of cool. It's crazy what you learn, and I'm adopted, so my family that I grew up with isn't the family I share DNA with. But I wouldn't trade either. I've met the family I share DNA with. I'm very close with them, and I love them very dearly. And my family I grew up with, who were my parents and my aunts and uncles and cousins, I'm just as close with them still, and I love them to bits. I miss my parents every day. I won the lottery when I got adopted. I mean, I'm sad I couldn't grow up where... with my biological parents, but they did the right thing, the mature thing, because they knew it was the right thing and the mature thing to put me up for adoption. And I am blessed, but I have my family now in my life. And one of my older sisters and I are very close, and I don't know where I'd be without her. She is my best friend. I look up to her. I admire her. And I'm sure I irritate her on a good day, but that's what little sisters are for, right? That's because I'm the youngest of 10. Wow. I got time to make up for
10. Wow. Sorry. I'm the youngest of 7.
Oh, yeah. See, and I grew up an only child, not knowing I had siblings. So I'm the youngest of 10 with my mom and my biological dad. And then my biological mom had another 7 kids.
Nice.
And did your parents, did they just put you up for adoption or did they put others up too?
No. It was myself, 2 older brothers, and 2 older sisters.
That's rough. I'm sure that was hard for them.
It was the best thing.
Yeah.
Under the circumstances. My mom was the babysitter. That's how I became me. And I'm an after school special.
Nice.
So, yeah, and my dad unfortunately passed away when I was just a young kid. So had he not given me up, I probably would have been in the same circumstance. So I am blessed with what I have and what I know.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
A 23andMe test will tell you if you have family anywhere and everywhere, whether you want it to or not.
A lot of people were complaining that those things are like not fully accurate.
I don't know. Mine was.
Yeah. Was there a different one besides 23andMe?
Yeah, there's another one with that Heritage or something site.
Ancestry.com.
Thank you. Ancestry.com. That's it.
Yeah, okay.
I found out that my 17th great grandfather was a lord in Scotland, and he owned, it's called, because they do it backwards there. So it was the Tward Castle, and he was Sir John Lamont, and his wife was Margaret Lamont Young, or Margaret Young Lamont. And he actually got murdered by the Campbell clan, and it's a whole thing. But when we learned that people in our family worked for Queen Elizabeth's family way back in the day, they were footmen at the palace. And just the stuff I learned in Scotland alone was mind-blowing. And the castle now it was destroyed by fire and war, and they rebuilt it, and the family donated it to Scotland, like the town, and now it's a historical museum. So on my bucket list is to go there one day and maybe meet family.
Well, that would be nice.
Yeah,
well, we gotta get you
cool.
to Alaska first.
Yes, I do. You and Rick think that's the same.
How's that looking?
We have discussed it, and I will be there before St. Patrick's Day. I'm happy. He's happy, and we're moving.
When is St. Patrick's Day?
17th of March, I think. I'll be there long before that.
Oh, all right. St. Patrick's Day, man.
Yes, I've got an MRI coming up and something else, and then once that's done, I'm clear to go. So that happens in like 8 days. So after that, I can go.
We drinking, everyone's
But you know what I'm really sad about? We had to rebook everything. So when I'm flying, I've got a layover for 9 hours in Utah. 9 hours? Yeah. That's and then crazy. I have another layover somewhere for another 6 or 7 hours. And then I get on Air Alaska to go to Alaska.
Wow.
Yeah, I won't be there. It'll take me a day and a half, almost 2 days to get there.
You should stay in a hotel.
Well, that's what I think I'm going to do. But
that was actually pretty cool. When I think it was the last time I came here. Was it the last time? Well, anyway, the first flight was canceled, and I had to. Oh no, I think it was this time. The first flight was canceled, so I had to go the next day, and they accommodated me with a hotel, and I was like, "Damn, this is kind of nice." You know, instead of waiting. You know,
yeah,
you could just stay at a hotel nearby, and because I see people like when they're sleeping at the airport.
I won't do that. I will definitely be in a bed somewhere. Yeah. I will not sleep because that will kill my MS, and then it'll make my trip even harder.
Yeah.
But what I'm worried about, I have no sense of direction. at all. I have got on the wrong bus and gone 3 provinces away before I realized I was going the wrong way.
Wow.
I have got off the highway to get gas at one of those, big travel centers or whatever. And then when we got back on the highway, it wasn't till I saw the exit for home I realized I had just lost a half a day of driving because I'm already back home and I was supposed to be going to Ottawa. So my ex, because my kids were just babies. Oh, I was pregnant with my son. I had my best friend and her husband was with my ex, and we were all going to Ottawa. So the guys are now in Ottawa with the kids, and both pregnant moms are back at home because we went the wrong way. I felt like we were in that Planes, Trains, and Automobiles movie.
Yeah.
So we took a train the next day to Ottawa instead of driving.
That's crazy.
I have no sense of direction, so I fear I will get on the wrong plane, or I will miss my flight, or I'll end up in a weird country and no one will understand me.
Well, I mean, it could be worse. You could be heading to Pakistan or something.
I really want to go to Sri Lanka. That's my dream. I want to go there.
Sri Lanka. I haven't heard that place in a while.
Yeah, my best friends, that's where they grew up. They moved here from there. Like, that's another thing, growing up in a small town. Like, when I was 11, this older lady died in our neighborhood and her kids rented out the house. Well, we knew them as boat people. All we knew was that our church were bringing boat people. So when you hear boat people and you're a kid, what do you think? You think, they're coming with a boat. There was 15 people in this house, and they were all ages. No real adults. And it was the craziest thing I'd ever seen.
Man. Well. Oh.
But we're still friends with a lot of them. They come and hang out with us still. But then, like, they would ask us to come and have dinner with them. And we're eating as kids, not asking what it was, learning later what it was, really wishing we had asked what it was. And, it was weird. And then, like I said, my friends moved here from Sri Lanka, and it was his mom and dad and him and his 4 siblings, and not a lick of English. And they came to school with us, and he lived right around the corner from me with his sisters, and we were like the best friends. We did everything together.
Friends that anyone could have. What's up, guys? What's up,
Joey? What's up, Mr. B?
Good morning, Mr.
Morning.
Crash. Morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
for you.
morning.
One Ninja. Good morning.
Good morning, Ellie.
I feel like Ellie's the favorite. I don't know.
I know, right?
Ellie is my AI friend. She's not real. She is AI, and I love her. I absolutely love her.
I adore Ellie.
Me too.
She's a doll.
Ever since she told me what she was going to school for, I was like, so you're not real. You really are AI. You're just playing with us. You want us to believe something that's not real. And her Urban Dictionary, I've never been the same since she started reading that thing. I was a sheltered mom before that. Well, you're welcome, Ellie. And don't ever ask me to help your kids with homework. My grandson asked me to help him with homework. And please, before this statement comes out of my mouth, remember that I dyed my hair blonde for over 40 years. But he had to do stuff where he grew up and stuff. And he said, Nana, do we live in North America or South America? I wasn't listening to the question. Both my kids are sitting there. I said, we live in South America. He's like, we do? Yes, of course we do. We're in Southern Ontario. Both of my kids had this look on their face like, are you freaking kidding me? And they're like, Mom, no, we live in North America. I said, no, we're in Southern Ontario. So it's South America. And my son, this is his son, I'm helping him with the homework. And he looks at him and says, now you know why you're going to fail grade 5, because your Nana's a Looney Tune. He's like, you don't live in South America. I'm like, I do.
That's funny.
Yep. And he took my answer because he believed me wholeheartedly. I believed myself. And when he came home and got a big fat 0, I then realized that I really need to pick up a map and pay attention.
You're bald.
You're bold.
You're bald.
I can't stop saying now, Joe Biden is buried in my backyard.
I know what happened. Trump changed it. See, Trump changed the name. We live in South America now. That's what happened.
I don't even, if he makes it the 51st state, I'm screwed. Like, I'm screwed because with my MS, my short-term memory can really get fucked up some days. So if you're going to go make me the 51st state, you're going to have to put one of those things around my neck like I'm a 8-year-old senior on a bus tour. This is my name. This is where I live. Call in case of emergencies.
Oh no.
If found, please return.
Did Ellie end up typing the urban
She
dictionary?
did. She did.
She
I
did.
can't see it, so why don't
Meaning
You
of
want me
the
to
tank
read it?
and
Okay.
read it to us?
meaning of the tank in Urban Dictionary share definition. The tank is when you take your balls and wrap them around your erect penis and make it look like a tank, boys. Let's go and show our tank.
Dude, what?
I don't know, but I feel for Ellie's next boyfriend, like she's gonna change that dude's life.
I'm just saying, when she
Wet
started
balls
reading
around
this
your
book,
penis?
and I am now talking to my kids who are 32 and 33, and they're like, where on God's green earth are you getting this info from? And do we need to screen your friends? Is what I was told.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. I'm like, I have friends. And they were like, why?
And none of us would pass the screening. I can guarantee.
That's
you.
it. That my daughter's like, they're all a bunch of weirdos like you. I'm like, this is why I love them. I fit
This is our
in.
tribe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're just mad because we ourselves. That's what it is.
Hey, if I can survive drinking out of a hose my whole entire childhood and enjoy the taste, I'm good.
But you also enjoy the taste of
Pepsi is marvelous as I take a gulp.
Better than Coke.
I like cherry Pepsi. That's what I'm drinking.
Cherry Pepsi?
That's how you said it too.
Cherry Pepsi?
Not cherry Pepsi. Cherry
Welcome to Narnia, Dum Dum. Can I take your message? Over here.
I like cherry Pepsi because it tastes like the icy or the Slurpee. That's what it tastes like. The cherry tastes like that.
I've never had a Slurpee or an icy in my whole entire life.
Your parents didn't like you.
You have not
I live
lived
under
yet.
a rock.
You've
I
never
live
been
in
loved.
South America on my own little island. What the fuck is wrong with you? Hi, I'm Crash, and I have issues. I've never had a Slurpee and or
Oh my god!
I've never been to a 7-Eleven in my whole entire life.
You never been to a 7-Eleven?
And
you gotta go to a 7-Eleven at least once.
the town I live in now, I had never been here and didn't know how to get here until I drove here a year ago, April 1st.
That's usually how you figure out how to get anywhere.
But it's not that far away, and it's a popular town, and I had never been.
All of your gas stations don't have Slurpees or slushies or.
No, there's only Circle K's are more than 7-Elevens now here. But there's only a few. There's more 7-Elevens here than there was where I grew up.
We probably
we're
slushy. There's slushies at the gas station. Some of them.
at least.
Slushies and ices are different though.
I don't go into the gas station. I pay at the pump. They don't have a slushie at the pump.
Like Kool-Aid and
we are the federal law with too much sugar in it.
I prefer slush puppy, bro.
Yeah, I like slush puppy, but I like ices too.
Are slushies the one that have
Cherry
like a
icy?
bit of a fizz to it?
No.
No.
You had a snow cone?
What is a snow cone?
Oh.
Oh God!
Goodness.
Really?
You were never loved as a
It's
child.
like shaved ice, and they put like
I get it.
flavoring on it, whatever
What?
flavor you want.
I know not of what you speak of.
Oh my goodness.
What? She's
Come
gotta be kidding
on,
me.
it's
Isn't
your-
Joe?
I'm 56 years old and I grew up on my own planet. I keep telling you
What about
people.
this? Do you know what an elephant ear is?
Is it like a beaver tail?
No.
A beaver
What?
tail is a giant like pastry with cinnamon sugar on it.
Okay, all right. It's called something different. Okay, yeah, same thing. Okay.
Something like that. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, gotcha. Very close.
Elephant ears are hard to find now. Everybody does funnel cakes and not elephant ears.
Well, we have beaver tails here in Canada.
Of course you would.
Makes
Of
sense.
course
Makes
you would.
sense. Makes sense.
Hey,
Of
do you
course.
know that we use beaver secretion from their balls to make raspberry and vanilla flavoring?
That sounds like
From their
semen.
anus.
What I've
It's from their
heard.
anus.
It's a true fact.
Sure does.
A lot of your perfume
That
and
secretion sounds like semen.
desserts used to use the flavoring of vanilla and raspberry from their secretions in
From their
stuff.
anal glands, right?
Yep, they don't do it anymore, but they
Not
used
their
to.
balls.
Oh, it's not their balls, it's their ass.
It's their ass gland.
Your ball.
I want to know what dumb
Just
Canadian.
ask them. Get it? Ask
How
them.
I
how
want to
did
know
that get
what silly
discovered?
Canadian was near the beaver's ass and said, "Oh my God,
This
do you
smells like
get that
vanilla."
scent of
No,
raspberry? Let's
no. I
bring this
think
little buddy home."
Yeah, like how do
yeah,
you figure
yeah,
this
but
out?
you gotta really dig up in there to
So
get
drunken
to that. I
stove.
think.
I
How do you?
Who was
dare
that
you
curious?
to
Did he
give
think it
up
was
the
Groundhog
toss
Day and
that
he
You
didn't
Like,
know?
believe it
oh,
was a
here's a
Yeah,
groundhog?
Lou.
secretion. I
Well,
wonder
they.
if I secrete it, what I could use it for.
Well,
Exactly.
I mean, they say
Hey, Ma, I got the beaver. What do you want me to do with it? Milk its butt. Okay, I'm on it.
some people will do anything for money.
It was
You know.
Jed.
Wow.
Ass juice.
I'm willing to bet it was a dare gone wrong. Like I dare you to toss that beaver salad. Got up in there like, yo, this is kind of yummy, fool.
Oh,
It smells good. It smells really
I
good.
like it.
oh my god.
They said beaver
Why is it
tossed
Mr. A always bringing bestiality in this shit?
salad. Talking about beaver
What you
tossed
mean? I
salad
didn't
over
bring
there.
it into this. That was crazy or Raven or whoever that is, dude.
That's funny.
Listen,
got
you fuck
awkward
one go to
silence.
college and fucking now you're a bestiality. Fucking
You
name.
know what? They can sell it in a restaurant, y'all. It's called a beaver tossed salad.
I'm gonna make you some really nice vanilla cupcakes. I promise you're gonna love it. It's gonna come from the caster sack of my pet beaver.
You know what, Blunt Ninja?
Yes.
You're bald.
You're bold.
Your ball.
My mom has hemorrhoids.
Your ball. Your
Now
ball.
I'm trying to question if I really talk about bestiality and shit. What the fuck?
No, you don't.
do.
I'm just fucking with
I'm like,
you.
damn. Did I,
You do all
what
the
else
time,
did I
Mr.
say?
A.
Who fucking
All
knows
the
what I say? I
time.
don't even.
You got my man
fucking
thinking over here.
realize
He thinking on, man.
I got all inside your head. I'm all up inside your head now.
Oh my.
You're bald.
I'm all upside your head. Do you hear me? Can you hear? Is this thing on? Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello, Gub.
Hello? Hello?
Nope.
Got a headache all of a sudden.
Is this thing on?
No,
Is
it's
this
on.
thing on?
Nope.
Can you hear me now?
No.
Good. Bro, this truck's got to be. I can't drive a truck that's governed at 60.
There you go. There's your beaver info.
Castoreum. Castoreum.
If you look on your ingredients of products and you find that, you know your local beaver from Crash's Pet Beaver Farm has
Yeah, but
been there.
we need to know who, not just who, found
Why?
this type of substance, but
Yeah,
how
that's a
did it
weird
come
one.
to be?
That's
How
what Crash and I were just saying.
Someone
I'm
that was
looking it
drunk
up.
and stoned.
well,
Like, who
Garbage.
stumbles upon that? Like,
Who's expelling the anal
Are
glands
you
and
ready?
says,
It was an accident.
some
That's
some
what happened. It was an accident.
Okay,
it was
who?
some couch
It was
fucker.
discovered in 330 BC. Who do you think discovered it?
Trump.
Canadian.
Trump.
Always Trump.
It was Elon and his monkeys. They did it. I promise.
It's a golden beaver.
Okay,
The
the
best
answer
beaver
is
you've
in the
ever
chat.
tried.
Alexander the Great is credited with discovering Castorium around 330 BC. It's a sweet-smelling secretion from beavers that has been used in perfumes and medicine.
Alexander the Great. Why was your nose up my beaver's butt?
Right?
The next time somebody says,
Did you lose a bet?
it's the next time I'm out somewhere and somebody says, "You smell good," I'm like, "Yeah, that's beaver anus, son." Smell like beaver
Beaver
butt.
anus.
So this really puts into question Alexander's greatness and all of the lands that he conquered, and was he simply conquering these lands to find himself
More
beavers?
beavers. More
Or
beavers.
just a
He
Because
thought
anal secretion.
beaver meant
and I never
female,
thought
but he didn't know it meant beaver. That's why Canada loves their beaver. We put it on our nickel. It's our beloved animal.
Hold on, I missed that. Why do you guys love the beaver so much?
Because Alexander the Great brought him to us. He's on our nickel. He's our beloved animal. He's sacred here.
Wait, Alexander the Great brought him there? Like, I
No,
thought
I
he
was
didn't
kidding.
make it.
I was kidding. Alexander the Great discovered the butt juice, but the beaver is on our nickel here, and he's a very, he's our
so
animal.
So that's like a whole nother canon for the beaver. Like the musk, no pun intended. That musk out of the ass was, I think, maybe just a coincidental. But like,
Well,
what?
it said that it was discovered because he was near a pack of beavers, and he noticed. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm reading this.
They just finished.
He noticed that the sac near the beaver's anus was leaking the secretion, and it was marking its territory by building, as it was building mounds of sticks and grass along the watery edge.
Like,
He went over and smelled it, and smelled the sweet smell of vanilla and or raspberry. He then captured a beaver, took it, and
Okay,
But
so
what did
this
he do?
explains
Stick
it.
his finger in it
and he
then
milked
taste
the
it?
glands. It says.
Okay, now if he let's just say he wasn't looking for more beavers conquering all these lands, right? Was he then looking for other animals to secrete?
Don't know.
Let me try this one.
And if he found a beaver, were there any others prior to the beaver that just didn't pan out? The scent profile was just
I'm
not
looking
there.
it up now. Did he fondle any other animals besides the beaver?
I'm gonna say yes.
Was in Alexander the Great into bestiality.
But you know what? How they talk about it, teach kids how don't take money from strangers, all that stuff. That other beaver is part talk to him. Now listen, don't take money, don't take nothing from
Don't
humans
take
because
my
they're
pet
gonna
beaver's
molest you.
butt.
Yeah, get your face out of the dog's ass. Get your face out of the dog's ass.
I'm gonna put a sign on our front lawn. Stay away from my beaver's butt.
Okay, so how did this famously smelling beaver end up being associated with Canada so much?
That I don't know. I'll have to look that up. Hang on. So now I'm looking here.
But you guys are Canadian. Like for me, I know it's the bald eagle. It's the greatest animal ever on earth. He's so majestic. He spreads his wings.
Okay, so I'm looking up Alexander the Great and what other animal he may or may not have fondled before he passed away.
Oh my!
A lot of them.
Oh,
I don't know.
I'm gonna say no.
That's a big commitment.
He did eat a lot of animals, bro. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I mean, because like if that's the first time you find it, then you're like, this has got to be another animal shit or any other animals, right? If he found that,
he can't be batting 1,000, bro. You know what I mean?
Right. Oof. Was that great though? Is that still great though?
Great-ish.
I don't think it's great. I think he failed on. Like they should have took the great out of his name when he came home and said, "Look what I've got, dear. I made you this perfume from my pet beaver's butt."
This is Betty's beaver butt juice.
This is Alexander the Great's Beaver butt perfume. Ladies, you'll love it. It's 1 in a million. You put it on you and don't worry about the little brown stains. That just comes with it. It's got a beautiful raspberry smell.
It's natural freckles.
Yuck.
I just picture Alexander the Great now, just like, here, hold my sword. I need to get down here and smell this.
Hold my.
Pause the war. I need to sniff the beaver's ass.
Well,
Wait,
think
there's
about
beaver there.
You smelled
how
this.
bad things must have been smelling back then for that to smell good.
Right?
Well, maybe he thought
They
human
didn't
butts
bathe
don't do it
regularly
for
back
me.
then.
I want the beaver.
I got it, dude. This is what happened. Now they were swingers, right? Like they just kind of did whatever. But one night he laid with either a man or woman that he wasn't supposed to. That was off limits. And he was coming home and he's like, "Dude, I smell like sex. I gotta find something."
And the only thing available was a
And then
beaver
they're
bath.
like, you smell like sex because you were playing with that beaver's
Oh,
ass.
and as he was on his way back to his
Yes.
stable, he's like, "Wait, what is that faint smell in the distance?" And like Pepe Le Pew, he was mesmerized. He was just like going toward it, right? Like he literally floated. That's why he was so great, because he could walk on water almost. And he got to it, and he really got down there, and he got a good whiff. He's like, "This is it."
So he rubbed it all over. And when he got home, his lady was like, "You smell nice."
He's like,
He
yeah,
was
I do.
like, "Really?"
Okay, so now I know why the beaver is like the symbol of Canada. Are you
She
ready?
never found. Hold on. She never found out about it, and then he went on this legendary quest to find beavers just so he can sustain his marriage and keep the side pieces all along the way. That filthy animal. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to add on to that because he does more with the beaver.
Oh no.
So the beaver is a symbol
scared.
of Canada because of its important role in the fur trade, its construction skills, and cultural significance, because we really needed people to build our houses because we were short on labor. So everyone had a pet beaver. They built our homes. We're good. The beaver's waterproof pelts were in high demand in Europe, especially in making top hats. The Hudson Bay Company used the beaver on its coat of arms. The beaver was the first universally recognized symbol of Canada. Beavers build dams, canals, and lodges. The dams help store water, which can increase stream flows through droughts. Their construction skills symbolize wisdom and industriousness. The beavers' nature resonates with Canadian values. The beaver's resilience and determination make it an ideal representative of Canada. So yeah, Alexander the Great not only was milking its ass, he was taking the pelts and everything back to the UK so they could make clothing out of it.
Nah, that's what really happened. He went home and smelled like vanilla and raspberry, and the wife was like, "Why the fuck you smell like that other bitch?"
Oh, damn.
Like, no, babe, no, it's beaver butt. It's beaver butter, babe. I promise, it's not another woman. It's beaver butt.
But here, have this fur coat.
Yeah, here's your waterproof.
Keep you warm.
Would you wear a beaver fur coat if it wasn't now and it was back, you know?
Oh,
It sounds like it smelled delicious. I mean,
I don't. Yeah, you smell good. You
Smells
look like a
delicious.
fool, but you smell delicious.
Yes.
Okay, here you go, ladies and men. Famous designers use the beaver secretion in their perfume, which are Chanel and Dior are among the top users of this product. Also, whiskeys and expensive dessert items also use this flavoring in their alcohol. It says that the perfumey as an alcohol dye from crushed pockets or directly in compositions. Today, the beaver is reproduced. The scent is not exactly the same. It's more synthetic now.
You can't get the same smell as a beaver has in a fucking science lab.
1 in a million.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you got to get it all natural.
Well, Alexander the Great isn't here, so he didn't leave it in the will that his family needed to continue.
Booty juice.
Ben and Jerry's ice cream was known for using this, along with Jello, baked goods. Like
Damn
I said,
it. Should have known Bill Cosby like booty juice.
Castrum is also used for medical purposes as a sleep aid and pain reliever.
Good Lord. I'm going to go find me a beaver.
It says that it's extracted from the castor sacs of a mature beaver using alcohol. He has to get it drunk first.
That's
It's a
even
dark,
better.
thick, slimy product that smells like vanilla. And it comes with discharges of urine. It contains celiac acid or aspirin, which can alleviate pain. Contains fatty acids like those expensive skin creams. Some skin creams have been known to use this. And it also says that most companies are not legally required to disclose if they use this product. It can be found in Dr. Pepper, cherry pops, baked goods, ice cream,
Nick.
candy, and especially lots of different flavored chewing gum.
God
Oh,
damn it,
Nick,
I'm drinking cherry Pepsi right now.
Oh no, you got it.
I got it.
The booty
Okay, so
juice.
in the 70s, it said that strawberry and raspberry flavors were known for this. If you were eating strawberry ice cream, you definitely were affiliated with this, it said.
Strawberry or raspberry?
Both.
Oh, no.
Camel cigarettes and Winston cigarettes both
no,
used
we've
it
all
in
had-
their aromas.
we've all had the booty juice.
Yep.
Oh boy.
In the 80s, it used 683 pounds of the flavoring.
How get that much from a beaver? That's a lot of
It was
beavers.
used in the tobacco industry. It's used in vaping
Oh, no.
products.
Right now,
Oh,
To
Mr.
give
A,
you different
you love that
flavors.
shit, Mr. A. You all over that
So
shit, Mr.
put your
A.
mouth
You all
around that
over it.
vape and know that you've got beaver's butt in your mouth.
Roll around in that shit.
And the beaver's butt is not kosher. So people that are Jewish cannot use this product.
Oh no. Oh my goodness.
Beaver's butt is not kosher. That's
It's
cool.
not kosher. Let me see here. Okay, so it says that bourbon flavored with castrum along with regional white mountain botanicals, fir tip, sweet birch, wild ginger, Canadian snake root. It's the mood of the forest, evoking both the beaver and its woodland home. It was used in Crown Royal until the late 80s.
So if you got those old
I
bottles,
have a dried beaver sack here, and it's just grossing me out. You poor men. Just all I have to say. Somebody cut it off. It's laying here, and it's used in peppermint schnapps and different flavored schnapps.
oh my god.
Um,
And we're
raspberry
worried about
tea.
red dye
It's
number
used
5.
in
We're
raspberry
fucking
teas.
taking that booty juice.
Oh my goodness, this is so funny right here. Beavers are ferociously territorial, and the castrum is how they mark their territory. They build muddy mounds around the size of an upside-down cocktail glass. Caskia told me back up to them and squirt castrum out from their glorious multi-purpose buttholes.
Glorious, huh?
That's what it says.
Glorious.
To the
I know.
beaver, castrum
The
is a
glory
complex
hole.
chemical stew, one that advertises a beaver's clan and tells non-relatives to keep the hell away, it says. Castrum may be beaver butt to the food babe, but castrum used in flavorings and perfumes never exits the anus. He extracts it from the sacs from the belly of a dead beaver. Some flavorists I spoke with, semi-affectionately called it beaver balls, and castrum sacs do look remarkably testicular. Two pendulous blobs, brown and wrinkly like dried figs, connected to a thin tube. The castrum mellows as the castors are dried, but it remains potent. An entire 500-bottle batch of each eau du musc was flavored with castors from one single beaver. It smells like an old cowboy.
What the hell?
Oh,
Hey,
Tamworth
serious.
distillers are not only people buying from casters. I sell plastic shopping bag full of dried frozen casters every month, he told me. He couldn't quite say who's buying them. We don't like to talk about it, but we can say it's on his Etsy shop now. And if you shop at his Etsy shop, you've eaten, you have smoked, and you have sprayed yourself with the beaver secretions. He said that he finds people are killing more beavers lately because the price of pelts have collapsed, but the sack juice is a high commodity. Population in Czech beaver dams are growing problem, flooding houses and washing out the roads. He relocates the beavers when he can. If he can't, the crowded beavers are taken to a slaughterhouse, and that's when we cut off their secretion sacs and have our way with it pretty much.
Oh my god.
Here you go. Black Angus steaks also uses secretion, certain brands, to get the coloring
Come on.
into the steak.
Look at
I've
those.
never been more happy to be a vegetarian in my life.
Look
Amen.
at those.
Oi, oi,
I want
oi.
somebody. Wait a minute. I want somebody to refer to my bottom as glorious.
There's
will.
beaver out here. There's beavers out here with you.
Fair use. Is my bottom glorious?
Yes.
Okay, it says here that many
Ever so
creatures
glorious.
depend on the watery habits of the beaver. The moose, the duck, the frog, and the salamanders and fish nurseries depend on the beaver's pond as well as the secretions. The secretions that the beaver lets go helps the moose, ducks, and salamanders help mate with other animals because they like the scent.
Welcome in,
The
Rocker
chemical
Billy
waste,
Red.
when it gets
So
on their
the
body,
beaver just organizes orgies constantly
Is
out in the
it?
forest, in the wilderness.
guys,
He's just
the
organizing
fourth
orgies.
oak tree to your left, meet me there. I'll bring my butt. You bring the party.
Let's jump in the
Yes, Cha
sack.
Cha.
Yes, Cha Cha.
What's up, Cha
That's my beaver knowledge for the day.
What's up, Cha-Cha?
Wow.
Beavers be like, let's jump in the sack.
Why can't they just secrete the anal glands without harming the Can't they just squish them like a pimple or something?
Right by my daughter's work, there was a beaver. He was in like the little water waste place. Like it was like a little ditch and there was no water. And my daughter felt so bad for him. So she goes into work. She ran Kentucky Fried Chicken. So I said, well, maybe he got the wrong restaurant. He thought it said beaver and he didn't know. I said, it's not his fault. So she goes in, she gets these big buckets of water and convinces her not smart boyfriend to take it out and put it in the ditch for the beaver. As he's doing this, the beaver tries to attack this guy, and I'm like killing myself laughing. She's like, why is he mad? I'm like, because he is building a dam to stop the water from coming through, and you idiots just dumped buckets of water on his head.
Well, beavers are super territorial too. Like,
yes, they are.
That's their area, right? Like, yeah.
Speaking of being territorial, what's up, Steels?
Did you see what Ellie put in there? Beaver slang term for vagina. The lips resemble a beaver's two long teeth. Somebody give that beaver some wood.
Ralph, where did you go this whole time? Where have you been?
He was secreting the dog, bro.
No,
You've been dealing with the dog this whole time?
let's move on. What's up, Steels?
Oh,
In
no.
all honesty, bro.
Steels, get up
In
here
all
quickly.
honesty, golden retrievers
He's not on the
do have
panel?
to have their anal
Steels?
glands massaged. So you better know that, Ralph.
He's waiting for his countdown, Ralph. Or did he
No.
Oh no, he disappeared.
Oh.
That's
It
another
said, am I
issue that
really
golden
Steels?
Did he change his
retrievers
photo? His photo looked.
It said, am I really Steels? Is it really
Look at that.
Steels?
Looks like a
He's
biker,
back.
bro. Like,
What's up, Steels? Steels? What's up?
what's up, Steels?
Bizarro Steels?
3, 2, 1, Steels?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Steels is live right now on the Ralph Williams podcast. Steels, you have the microphone.
Just one. Go.
What?
His call ended again.
What the fuck? Maybe his microphone's not working. Maybe his microphone's not working.
All right. Well,
He's back.
Try
Okay.
again.
Here's Johnny.
Otra vez, amigo.
Yo.
Steal it.
Yeah.
Stop!
Jeez, finally.
How you doing?
I fucking hate Podbean.
Yes.
Worst.
I'm over here saying sup like 5 times. I was like, my throat was hurting. I was like, fuck this fucking
People are looking at you like, what is wrong with you?
You say, I have Tourette's.
You just lost all street cred.
You're bald.
You're bald.
You're bold.
Fuck this app.
Told you. The worst.
I've got a gun.
All right, so we're talking about beaver tail.
No, no more.
3,
No.
2,
No more.
1. Mustard!
Thanks for the warning.
Somebody had to do it.
Thank you for the warning.
Beaver
I lowered
gland.
my
There we
volume.
go.
Somebody had to do it.
Oh, thank you.
Hell yeah, Steels.
I'd rather have booty juice than mustard.
I'm craving a beaver tail now from the local beaver tail store.
You want booty juice instead of mustard?
That's it.
No more booty juice.
Mustard is good for headaches.
I mean, you could put mustard on the booty and eat some booty juice that way.
Mustard is really good for a migraine. If you take a tablespoon of mustard right when the migraine comes on and drink a glass of warm water, not hot, just warm tap water with it, and wait like 10 minutes or so, it'll completely go away.
I mean, you could always put mustard on your hot dog and let your girl eat it up. Ha ha! Ha
Wah, wah.
ha!
It doesn't taste vanilla raspberry though. It's not the same.
Listen, I don't know. I've never had penis that tastes like that.
Well, what does your penis taste like then?
I don't know. I've never tasted it before.
Oh,
so.
you made it sound like you're a connoisseur of them.
No, I'm just saying. Mr. A saying that. I mean, he said that. Mr. A said. Mr. A said, I'd rather have strawberry, blah, blah, blah. Just saying.
Yeah, booty juice, son. What you know about it? That's the problem.
You never had a woman go down on you, then kiss her? Cha-Cha, usually after they go down on me, I make them brush their teeth first, and then...
I was going to say the same thing. I was going to say the same
Where's
thing.
the romance in that?
Fuck romance.
No, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
You're like, wait a minute, let me brush my
You
teeth
make them
and you
brush
stop.
their teeth before
Like,
they
so
kiss
late.
you. Seriously?
I mean, it's usually my wife, but I'm just saying.
I understand. What do you mean usually? Should I tell him or something?
I'm just saying, it's usually my wife, so,
Usually my wife.
Usually.
So you have a friend, the beaver, in the shed.
No, I just said it's usually my wife. That's all. I'm leaving it at that.
Fucking lying, always lying to me. You're lying so much.
Perfect timing, though. Perfect timing, as usual.
Okay, well, along with being sober for 16 years, I have been celibate for 15.
Damn, girl.
No, I'm just kidding.
I wish I was. I wish I was lying.
Well, jeez. Blow off the dust and
Yeah,
There's
well, I
cobwebs.
mean, to
There's
be
a whole
fair,
thing going on down
yeah,
there. I'm
to be
worried.
fair, you're not the only one. Well, you were. I mean, I was the same way. That's what I was saying. I was, yeah.
My aunt told me that before, when and if you decide to go there and do the deed, I said, yeah, you need to go to the spa. Have a full transmission makeover, she said.
That shit is
Oh, sorry. No, but yeah, man, it happens. It happens. Dry spells. It's okay.
Dry spell? Good.
Whatever you call it. I don't know what you call it.
I'm calling this the Sahara Desert.
Oh,
One of first coochie.
sorry.
Line it with a little bit of booty juice. You'll be just fine.
Yeah, see, what it is I don't care about, I'm more about emotional relationships. I don't need to be intimate with just somebody I meet.
I believe
I don't go to bars, and I'm not going to go on a dating website to meet someone, because chances are they're probably related because I haven't met everyone in my family DNA tree yet.
Oh wow.
I mean, but is that the case for anybody that does like everybody's sort of connected in some way, right? So how far are you?
Well, I have brothers that are missing. Could you imagine?
Yeah, that's weird.
That would just be wonky.
Like I've heard stories of like people like hooking up and like news stories, and then they find out like when they're going to try to have a baby that they're brother and sister. I'm like, ew.
Yeah, see, no baby here because I had a hysterectomy when I was 23. We're good. The womb is closed.
There you go.
Sounds like the whole
The womb is for rent.
Call that motherfucking Detroit, bro.
But I don't even think about it. Like, I don't think about it at all. Ever.
No, you don't have to.
Weird.
It ain't no thing.
So you never get horny while watching Matlock reruns?
Matlock, no. But Batman Robin, damn straight I do.
What about Chuck Norris?
Every time.
Texas Ranger?
Yeah, Barney Fife and his cop uniform every time. The belt under his boobies were there. Call me for a good time.
Ooh, you know what
So
time that is.
you're moving like across the world to be with your new man, right? So that's not a thought.
Yes, and I can't wait to be with him.
At all.
But I don't
I'm
want
gonna watch a
to
few
just
episodes, Angela
anybody
Lance.
on. I don't want to just go to a bar to meet someone. Like, honestly, before I met him, I had no interest in meeting anyone.
Can I ask you, how did you meet him?
Podbean.
Oh, okay, through Podbean. Okay.
Yep, he's on a friend's podcast, and he had just become newly sober, and he was not having a great day, and I told him I was going to be the president and the only member of his fan club. And that was the ongoing joke. And then we just started texting back and forth and then calling, and it went from there.
Just one
that was a good show.
The new version with Kathy Bates is amazing.
Is it? I heard it
is
was good.
really good.
Is this supposed to be like his family, right, or something like that?
No, it is. What it
Nothing.
is Kathy Bates is raising her 12-year-old grandson, and his mother was killed by pharma company through narcotics and stuff. Like, it's a big thing. So anyway, the kid, the Kathy Bates' favorite show was Matlock. So the kid came up with a whole new identity, and so when she goes in, she's like, oh yeah, my name is Matlock, you know, like the TV show. And she names every season that was out, the whole 9 yards. And everyone thinks she's a poor grandma living in a 1-bedroom apartment, but she's like living in this
she's like a
big ass
billionaire.
estate. And but last week I didn't know how they were going to pull it off because her boss went to the apartment to go see her. And I was like, how are they going to do this? And sure shit, the kid and the grandma are sitting there. I'm like, how did they get there from that mansion that fast? Do they have an underground tunnel? Like, how did that happen?
There was one area that so she goes into the building or whatever, and she's causing bullshit problems and whatever, blah blah. And then she's leaving the building, and she's scared that people are going to notice. I think it is that she takes a bus or something a block away, and her fucking limo driver's there waiting for her.
Yep, that's right. That's hilarious. The other really good show right now on there is Elsbeth. Have you guys seen that? It's freaking hilarious.
No.
I would get horny watching the new Matlock.
The new Matlock
is doing it.
So from like I've only seen like one episode, and it was really good, and I just never went back to it. But from people that I know that have seen it, they actually like it.
Yeah, it's really good. There's like 14 episodes right now. It's really, really good. The other good show right now is Bookie. That thing is hilarious.
Brookie or Bookie?
Bookie, like a bookie.
Oh, that's with who's in it? There's somebody famous in
it. What's that black guy's name? Oh my god.
That's racist.
He was in the show Sugar. He played the
Is that racist?
boyfriend.
Sorry, go ahead. He played who?
But Elsbeth is really, really good. It cracks me the hell up.
But in Bookie, what the hell's his
They're
name?
the world's worst.
Charlie Sheen is in it. Charlie Sheen is in it.
Yeah, he was in
Yeah.
3 episodes. They are the world's worst bookies. Like they end up, they never hurt anybody when they collect money. If they don't have the money, they either get their ass kicked by the people that actually owe them the money, or somebody's getting killed or murdered or whatever around them, and they're always at the wrong spot at the wrong time, making it look like they did it.
Nice.
I mean, I thought Selena was just singing. Oh, that's a bad joke. Sorry.
That was a horrible joke. Because
That was a
none of us
horrible
got it.
joke. I thought she was in a group called Los Bookies. No?
I don't know.
Never mind. Never mind. Carry on.
Get it? Somebody help me.
Okay, so the people in it was George Garcia, Omar Dorsey, and Sebastian Maniscalco.
Sebastian Bach.
Yeah,
George Garcia is my boy.
He's
That's the guy.
hilarious. He's
from,
the Uber driver that picks them up, and
he's from Lost and shit.
Yeah, and they.
Wait, which one?
When he picks them
The
up,
heavy set one from Lost.
That's right, the one with the guy with the really long hair.
Yeah.
He picks them up because their car got repoed that they took on one of the person's like debts, right? And the car got repoed, so they had to call an Uber. And as they're in this little mom and pop diner, they call an Uber. They get outside. The guy pulls up to pick them up, and this guy tries robbing them for this watch. And the bookie, the guy that as the actual bookie is like 5'0" and his partner is this big, massive black guy. So he's hiding behind him, and the kid that's trying to rob him is going to shoot them. So the bookie's behind him, and the black guy goes, "Okay, shoot!" And you can see his arm come through his arm, but he can't see where he's shooting, so he's just firing. The guy that's trying to rob them drops to the ground. The guy with Uber drives away, and now these two idiots are standing there going, "Oh my God, we killed him." That's what they're thinking. So they run away. Moral of the story, and like a day later, they're somewhere else, and the guy they shot shows up and apologizes for trying to rob them and thanks them for saving him for shooting him.
Oh,
they
damn.
thought he was dead.
Huh.
Wow.
Huh.
But the black guy's got like 8 baby mamas, and every one of his kids' names are Don Jr.
Hey, where are the
or whatever
white
his
women
name is.
at?
It's hilarious.
That's what I'm talking about, bud.
Man.
What's for lunch? Isn't it your guys' lunchtime right now?
It's 11:15.
Oh, it's not quite then.
Tomato soup and grilled cheese is on the menu today.
Oh, that sounds yummy.
Did you have your breakfast, Eleuterio?
Yeah, I made a scrambled egg sandwich, Ralph, a poor man's meal.
You made
okay.
it?
Actually, it's not a poor man's meal anymore, is it?
No, it's rich.
You
That's
made
high
it,
class
Area?
right there.
Hell, bro, come on.
I'm just saying. You said I made, so I just wanted to make
Of course
sure.
I made it. I said I made it, and I made it, bro.
Do you really mean the Tesla made it for you?
I do not make nothing. They don't make
okay.
food.
I had
yeah.
a bacon sandwich.
The bacon sandwich?
A bacon sandwich, not
Bacon, just bacon?
bacon and ketchup
Nice.
on bread.
Just a big old slab of bacon. Or
5
bacon.
pieces of bacon.
Salt
How
cut in
many?
half.
5 pieces of bacon? Okay.
See, it was white bread, mayonnaise, a little
No
bit of
mayonnaise, ketchup.
and egg, Ralph.
Oh, for you?
Yes.
Okay.
There you
Nice. That's good.
It was
So when can we expect? So Crash, since we're following each other on TikTok,
yes,
be forewarned, you will be getting lots of videos from me.
Oh,
That's okay.
But,
I
yeah.
just made it to 26,500 followers.
Very good.
Nice.
Oh, you won't have time to look at my videos. But
Mine,
Area,
I do mine because I do late night
Crash, what are you under?
Chevy Mama.
Chevy?
Chevy
Okay.
_Mama.
I
So
think
the
it's
reason why I'm saying that
underscore.
Crash is the area has a TikTok. Shut up, Steels.
Ralph, you should be Coffee Daddy, Ralph. You should be Coffee
I should
Daddy.
be
Ralph.
Coffee Daddy. So check out the area. He is on TikTok. He
I
has
will.
the best burrito club on TikTok, and
will look that
he
up.
could use a lot of reviews and
I will
views
do
because
that.
he reviews
I'll give you
different.
shout outs.
Yeah, he reviews different burrito spots in California, or at least the area that he's in. So
That is very cool.
All right, go for
I
area.
host, what I do is I have lives, and when I go live, I usually have 4 or 5 people in it, whether they're men or women. 90% are women, and I help people with domestic violence. Either they're going, like they're living it right now, or they've just been through it. I helped a woman in Idaho a couple weeks ago, and it was really, really bad. So I touched base with an agency here, and with friends in the States, I was able to get her a ring cam. We were able to get her locks changed. We did everything here in Ontario, and we got it done there. And we
but
got
it
her to
doesn't work
safety
if she
afterwards.
lets him back in.
No. He won't be coming back in. He's in jail. I had him arrested.
Oh, wow.
Crash, I just started following you. Okay.
Oh, thank you. I will follow you back.
Was it underscore Mama?
Yes.
Steels? Okay.
Crash _ Mama. Yes. And I even saw the logo that she has.
You know what's really funny? I got 20,000 followers in my first week and a half of being on TikTok because of my videos, my lives.
That's awesome.
Ralph,
That's what's up.
how many do you have, Ralph?
I got nothing. Don't worry about it. I know.
I got nothing.
It took me several years to get like over 1,000.
I hear ya. I got like 250.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's all good. I'm still waiting. Well, we still got a year until they ban TikTok anyway, so I don't know what's gonna happen.
That's right. That's right. We're living on borrowed time on TikTok.
Exactly. Exactly.
Whatever.
But if you have a VPN, can't you still use it?
I guess I would
And
have to
I
get a
was
VPN.
told by my buddy he re-signed up for TikTok in Canada when he was here, so that if it collapses again, that he'll still have his because he signed up in Canada.
Yeah, luckily I didn't get rid of mine when this whole thing happened. So, but I think it's not available in the States.
Yeah,
in Google Store.
It came back. Yes, it did come back.
Oh, it came back. Okay,
but what you're not listening to is what Crash is telling you that you should be doing. She's telling you that her friend went to Canada,
yes,
and downloaded it in Canada, so that if it crashes here, you can. So since you are in Canada,
that was my point.
But I already
Thank you
have
very
it.
much for.
Yes, but you
my
can
point.
still download the Canadian version.
Correct.
So that way you have both versions.
Correct.
Oh,
Because we don't have the same gifts, we don't have the same everything.
And if you do use a VPN, they can tell that you're using a VPN
Correct.
and block you from accessing it.
Correct.
So
if you
if
download
you
the Canadian
American
version, you're safe.
well, I mean, I guess, but if we're not able to see in our marketplace that
we can still see the marketplace. We can do everything. We just can't earn the money you guys earn.
Yes.
No, so American user is on the precipice of losing TikTok, is going crazy.
Correct.
Right? So they decide they're going to use a VPN to try to get around it.
Right.
This may not work because from a VPN, you're still going to be connecting to the servers of TikTok.
Right.
Or, right? They can tell that you are using a VPN even though you're coming from a different place that is not the US. They can still say that they can still see that you are coming from a VPN IP address because those IP addresses are used by known VPN service providers.
Right.
So come from this source, okay, boom, denied. You can't come in, can't see it. So
that sucks because the whole reason to get it is to be able to, like the whole reason for VPN.
all you're doing with
reason for VPN?
all you're doing with the VPN is you're encrypting, you're tunneling your internet.
So your source, like where you're from.
What you transmit over the internet, over the wire, they say, if you're home and you're using your computer or you're using your Wi-Fi, any data transmission that goes out into the internet and comes
Mhm.
in. What you're
Mhm.
doing with a VPN is you're creating a tunnel for
Mhm.
your connection. So basically, no one can see
Nobody,
what's
nobody else can see
inside
it.
of your, yeah.
Mm.
Otherwise, the data you're transmitting could be intercepted. It's not
Mm.
encrypted.
Gotcha.
Okay, there are some pieces that are encrypted, but full data that's transmitted over the wire is not encrypted. So what you
Mm.
do with the VPN, you're tunneling. Basically going through a tunnel with your
Mhm.
data, with your connection, your internet bandwidth, right?
Mhm.
So nobody can see what's inside the tunnel. They can't see what you're transmitting, where you're
Exactly.
going, what kind of
Mm.
information you're
You ever been
sending.
swatted, Ralph?
I hope no. I haven't been swatted, and I don't want to be.
You want to be swatted, Ralph?
No, not at all.
Hey,
Not
do
at all.
any of you guys use IPTV to watch TV?
Yeah.
No.
Instead of like Cody on an Android box, do you actually have the IPTV?
No, I just
I
use.
don't. I
I
keep
only
thinking
use
about getting it, but I keep
If
forgetting to
you're
get it.
Google.
interested, I sell them and I create the Android boxes. Let me know. It'll cost you, it is $56 a year. You get about 6,000 channels and you get a program that's called VOD, and it's like a glorified Netflix. It's got 3,000 24/7 channels, everything you could think of. Then we have a platform, and it's called catch up, essentially. And what it is every show you can think of from the time you were a little kid to wherever, and movies from back when your great 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 grandfather was around. They're all there, and every season of all the shows are there, and they're updated regularly. I haven't used regular TV in 14 years.
My wife had VOD on a Fire Stick, like
Mm-hmm.
one time, and I oh my god, I watched so many movies, and then
Yep.
fucking something happened, and it just kind of like got off of the Fire Stick, and we were like, "What the fuck?"
A
It was
lot of
So
platforms
many pornos.
crashed. Now, no pun intended.
You said
This
what area?
platform I have,
So
a
many
guy that
pornos.
created it
No.
is from the States, and I've never had an issue with it. It's been going ever since. Like, I don't have any problem with it. When you sign up, if you have friends that want to sign up with you, you get the basic one is 2 accounts per box. So if you and someone else wanted to sign up together, it'll $56 divided by 2, and doesn't matter where you guys live, whether you're in Canada, the US, or different states. As long as you have the login and password, you can use it. For an extra $4, you can have 4. So that's what I do. I have the 4, and then I sell off mine. So I don't pay for TV. Everyone else around me pays for it because they're the extra 3.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that sounds
That's cool.
cool, but wouldn't you rather support a little child than?
Oh Jesus.
Shit, we got 1 minute left.
Well, you know
everybody.
what? I'm supporting a little Chinaman in China, and that's what I'm going to do.
Chinaman in China.
Chinaman in
Chinaman.
China. His name is Ricky Bo, and he is the
Ricky
programmer
Bo.
from this. So,
Bo.
Ricky Bo,
Show's about to end, guys. Thank you.
They're
They're bald.
They're bold.
Chat just said, "Are you doing one more?"
Guys, I